Hi, I'm Anthony St. Clair, beer writer.
And I'm Jodie St. Clair, beer wife.
And this is Deschutes Butte Porter. I've lived in Oregon since 2000, and I grew up in Virginia, where at the time there was not really much in the way of beer. I think something like a Heineken or a Corona would have been considered fancy. So moving out here, I had friends who got me into craft beer and whatnot, and Butte Porter became one of my favorite beers. Like, this beer has been in my heart for a long time now, and it just always will be. I love Butte Porter. I recommend it. I drink it. Probably going to get to where it's probably always in our house. I love this beer. I love this beer nearly as much as I love you.
Aw.
It's up there.
Must be.
I'm trying to remember, because when you moved here in 2005, you hadn't had this before, right?
No.
Yeah. So this was one of your Oregon experiences too, back in your newer days.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd had other porters and good beers, but
nothing like this.
Butte.
Every time. Chocolatey, little coffee-y.
It's very smooth.
Yes.
And it's malty, but it's not too sweet.
And just like it's bitter, but not too bitter. You know, it's like it's got a nice bitterness to it that's refreshing, but it doesn't take over. That's one of the things I think we've always liked about this. It's got a nice balance and just these rich roasted flavors. They're so good. When I was having one of these the other day, I was also thinking about the carbonation and it. There's just such a nice snap on the carbonation. It just perks you up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I never get over that. Never. This is just always going to be one of my go-to beers. So Butte Porter, this was actually one of Deschutes Brewing's original beers. When Deschutes opened, it was like 88, 89 here in Bend, Oregon, in Central Oregon. This is one of the very first beers that they rolled out. And it is still, one of their most popular beers. It's just phenomenal stuff. And Deschutes now, they are, actually you can get a Deschutes beer in a good deal of the U.S. They are in the process of planning an East Coast production facility in my hometown of Roanoke, Virginia, funnily enough. So I do really look forward to when we can go visit my family and go over to the Deschutes Brewery.
The one that's all the way across the country instead of the one that's a few hours away.
No, I'm saying when given a choice, take both.
Well, that's true.
When your adopted home comes to your hometown, you just got to roll with that.
It's true.
What are the things you really like about this beer?
Well, I, in general, like ambers and darker.
Yes.
Except for sometimes in the summer. But most of the time, I'd say a porter is kind of a go-to for me.
That's true for both of us. It's one of our favorite styles.
So it's one that I really enjoy with like most kind of fall, and beer's very seasonal for me.
Yes.
So, and different beers are very seasonal.
Well, when I got, I found a case of this on a good price at one of the local grocery stores recently, and it was getting into that, like, oh, I can feel the season switching. I don't want all the lighter beers. I want some dark beer. Yeah. Yeah. But even with that, I mean, like if we go camping, there's was it Three Creeks 5-pint chocolate porter.
That one.
That's one that is one of our camping beers.
Mm.
Comes in cans,
Well,
so easy to take camping, and it's just good stuff.
That's a good one. I mean,
Nice
I just like
chocolatey
to
flavor.
grab that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is just about an anytime beer.
Yeah.
Well, the dog chimes mean it must be time to start wrapping up. If you, like I said, Deschutes Black Butte Porter is available pretty widely nowadays. And once the East Coast Deschutes is fully operational, probably in the early 20s, then you can get this pretty much anywhere in the country, I would imagine. If you can't find Black Butte Porter, some other things you might look for are that Three Creeks 5-pint chocolate porter we mentioned, Kona Pipeline Porter from out of Hawaii, Anchor Porter from California, and a Founders Brewing Company porter. Those are all some other really strong go-to porters.
Yeah, and if you have a favorite porter, we would love to hear what it is. So go down to the comments and let us know what your favorite porter is, and then we might have to find it and do a video of that at some point.
Yes.
So
love
give
to hear
us your best suggestions.
Yes. And we love connecting with you in other ways too. You can find us on social media. We'll have links to those profiles in the comments. In order to get these cool videos, we have people who also support my work on Patreon, where it's easy to support my fiction and nonfiction on an ongoing basis. So head on over to patreon.com/Anthony St. Clair to learn more about that. We'll have a link down below too. Thank you for joining us for this Black Butte Porter beer review, and I hope that a wonderful beer finds its way to your hand soon. So until next time, I'm Anthony St. Clair, beer writer.
And I'm Jodie St. Clair, beer wife.
Cheers.